You cannot stir a parked wheel. You don't wait to get abs to go to gym. You don't wait to become a millionaire to start a business. We want to do everything the opposite way. We want the evidence before we put in the work. The secret of achieving everything in life, the secret of getting the results you want is just starting. Just start where you are. Just start right now with what you have. You don't have to fear failure because the failure is the thing that is gonna get you there the quickest. It's the shortcut. The more you fail, the more you learn, the more quickly you will get there. You will get what you want, the desired outcome. It's just by failing. It's just by trying, trial and error. That is what teaches you the most. It's failing. It's the pain. It's the uncomfortable. And I know that most of you don't want to hear this, but if you want something, just start today with what you have. We tend to postpone things and say, oh, I will do it tomorrow or next week, or my future self will do that. The future self will never exist if you don't start today and if you don't start putting in the work today where you are right now. How you build apps is having no apps, going to gym every single day, showing up every single day, eating the right meals, eating the right portion, taking the right care of yourself, and then after weeks, months, years, you will get those apps. But you didn't get them by waiting for the right time to start going to gym. The same with money. You want to make $1 million, you don't sit and think about the perfect plan of how you can make $1 million. You just start doing something. You just start building that business. And you will fail, and maybe you will face bankruptcy and you will lose all your money, and maybe you will fail again and again and again. But that's the only way how you can get to the $1 million. It's the journey, and it's by starting where you are today, not waiting for the perfect moment to come, because the perfect moment doesn't exist. It will never come. Now is the right time to start. When, if not now? There is no right time, I swear. There is no right time. There is just now, and you will either start today or the day after or the day after. But if you keep doing what you are doing now, guess which results you will have today next year. The exact same day today next year, you will have the same results if you still think about the right moment to start, if you still wait, if you still postpone, make excuses why you cannot start. You're gonna live the same life next year, period. The 3 steps that allowed me to shift my whole reality around and start with what I had, even though I was super low. I was in the deepest, darkest times of my life. I was super unhappy. I was going to therapy. I had hardships with my family. I was the most unhappy, unhealthy version of myself. And I felt so trapped in the reality that was still happening over and over and over again. And I felt like I can't escape it. No matter how hard I tried, I still kept returning to the same point and to the same rock bottom. Those 3 steps were the only steps that changed the whole thing. So the first step was instill new belief. What I mean by this is that you start to be aware of the thoughts you're thinking and you start shifting them. Instead of I can't do it, you say I can do it. I can trust myself with this. Instead of finding all those obstacles that give you a reason why you can't do something, you find all those objections why you can do it, why you can achieve it. Switch all those negative beliefs, all those negative self-talks into positive ones. And it's just an affirmation that keeps repeating in your mind. Your mind doesn't believe or doesn't care about what is the truth. It cares about what is repeated. So once you understand this and you start planting seeds in your mind that are much more beneficial for you, then your reality will start to shift. So if you constantly repeat yourself, I'm capable, I'm making money online, I have my online business, I have customers that are satisfied with my service, I have a successful online presence, I have 1,000 followers or I have 10,000 followers, people love what I do, I'm helping people. So this is how I started. I literally had nothing. I had 100 followers on my Instagram. I had $0 on my bank account. Okay, maybe $5 on my bank account. I was a broke student. I was living in a toxic environment. I was bloated constantly, having gut issues, health issues, skin breakouts, you name it. There was nothing good in my life. There was nothing great. And I just shifted it around. So one day I sat down, I listened to meditation every single morning from Joe Dispenza. I started to reprogram my mind and my beliefs. So instead of focusing on what was wrong, instead of focusing on what was lacking in my life, I shifted my focus on what I had. and I shifted my beliefs. So instead of saying I can, or I was in the victim mindset constantly all the time, saying why I can't do it and why it's not possible, and if I had this I would be happy, and if this didn't happen I would be happy. But then I just stopped. I stopped making excuses, and I was like, you know what, I can change everything in my life right now, today, because I'm the creator of my life. So I started saying those empowering self-beliefs, and I literally created a wallpaper. There was like, I'm a business owner, I make $5,000 a month, I'm making money from my room. So I literally, like, every single day I opened my wallpaper and I read those things, and I literally started believing that was my reality, even though I had no evidence yet. I didn't know how I will do it. I didn't know what I'm doing. I literally achieved every single thing. Not the moving out part, because that will happen later, but I'm planning that. I had like written there that I have 1,000 followers. Now I have almost 7,000 followers, that I'm making 5K a month, and that also happened. So many goals. And in 2 months, I hit all of them, almost all of them, because I just started believing it, and I started reshaping my mind from what was lacking to what I had and what I could possibly create. So I started to feed myself with this delusion of what I wanted, but that was my truth, because I constantly, every single day, I was repeating that as my truth. Second step is act on your belief. So if you instill a new belief, so let's say I'm a business owner, you act on it. You don't just think it, honey. You act on it. So you start building that business. If you say, I have 1,000 followers, you start posting that content without any excuses. You start posting 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times a day. I don't care. Just start showing up. If you say, I'm making money online, you start somehow. You put yourself out there. You experience, and you start creating something. If you write there, I want to move out to a new apartment, start doing research. Where do you want to move out? What apartment do you want to have? How much does it cost? How much money do you have to make in order to move out? Do all the research and put in the work. So start acting on the new beliefs. If you tell yourself, I'm confident, practice confidence. Confidence is a muscle. It must be practiced. It's not something you are born with, it's something you practice. Wear some top that makes you feel extremely confident. Start taking care of yourself. Take care of your skin, take care of your hair, take yourself to salon, take yourself on nails. Do something that will boost your confidence, but mainly the mental work. So start believing you're beautiful. Start putting in the work in yourself, because the more you invest in yourself, the more you see that you're worthy of those investments, of the time you give yourself. Every single belief you instill, you act on it. The third step is to repeat. Repetition, the most important part. You constantly do this all over again. And if you instill new belief, then you act on it. You need to repeat it as long as then it becomes your reality. So for the first time, it will feel weird when you say, I'm a business owner. And then there's this voice in your head saying, what are you talking about? You're literally broke. You're not a business owner. But then you repeat it again, then you repeat it again, then you act on it, and then you do this all over again and again and again. Instill new belief, act on it. Instill new belief, act on it. Repeat it until it becomes your norm. Then you achieve your results. Now you are a business owner. And this is how it happens. So it's not only the thinking part that you need to sit down and change your beliefs, you need to act on them. And that's the second part most of people don't tell you. Then there's the repetition. And that ensures the success. Because if you have a dream, but you do nothing, you don't get there. If you have a dream, you do it once, you don't get there. If you have a dream, you do it again and again and again, and every single day you show up. Success is inevitable, I swear. If you have a dream that you want to have 10,000 followers, subscribers, whatever it is, start posting every single day. You don't post once and then get demotivated. You show up every single day, you post every single day, and then you tell yourself, I'm a content creator. You take it as your personality. It's the identity shift you want to do. I'm a content creator. I'm a successful content creator. Brands want to work with me. I bring value. I command respect. I'm inspiring. I inspire people. So you tell yourself all those things again and again, and then you act on them. You cannot allow yourself to not be consistent, because there are people waiting for you to post. So you post that content. So this is what you do. 3 steps to start right now to get the results guaranteed. I hope this was helpful, because when I was in my lowest, this is literally the only thing I did that helped me. Started thinking better things, feeding my mind with better things, and acting, doing different things. There's nothing dangerous about starting. What is dangerous is staying where you are right now. It's the worst case scenario. Staying where you are, stuck, and settling for that life and accepting that life, even though you know you're meant for a much bigger or much better life. But you still keep accepting that because you don't know how to start. Just start, and the answer will come. I swear. My sister told me, but what if someone opens a cafe and then they realize that they spent all that money for nothing because they don't want a cafe, they want a restaurant? And I say, exactly. They realized they want a restaurant because they opened a cafe in the first place. How come could they know that they want to have a restaurant or that it's their dream to own a restaurant if they didn't do the first step of doing a mistake and opening a cafe? You find out those solutions, you find out answers to your questions by doing, and then you get the answer. Again, you don't wait to get abs to go to gym. You don't wait to get answers to your questions before starting doing things. You have to do things and then you get those answers. Thank you for watching, guys. I really hope this was helpful, and make sure to follow me for more mindset, for more motivational Delulu videos where I brainwash you into success and I take you on the journey, because I started from zero. I started with nothing, no connections, no money, no rich family, no help, literally all by myself. I'm building my dream life from scratch. So if you want to follow my journey, if you want to see how I'm building my dream life, what I'm doing, how I'm changing my reality, make sure to follow and subscribe. And I love you, and I'm so happy to have you. Bye.